Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name's Bobby Waldron and this is the Genesis Models Show March 2015. Now what we've got coming up in the show is we're going to be having a nice product review of Harder & Steenbeck's Evolution CR+. We're getting underway with the World War II bomber group build. We're also going to be announcing the videos that are going to be released this month with the F-15, the MiG-21, the M4 Sherman and the HMS Victory. We're also going to be announcing the usual February competition winner and what's going to be the new March competition, as well as the usual news and more. So let's just get started with the show. A little talk about the World War II bomber group build. Now that has really kicked off and got underway, and you guys are just going mad building World War II bombers right now. As I say, it's just started, so there is months and months for you to get building, get started and everything. So, you know, go to the Genesis Models forum, and underneath the group build section you can start building a World War II bomber there and be in it to win all sorts of prizes that we've got going on, as well as trophies and everything. So I do hope, you know, for those of you who may be new here at Genesis Models, or you know, you're thinking about it, you know, get in there, get building, more the merrier. And this time, remember, everyone's going to get a nice badge for that. So you know, looking really good, and I've been watching them and looking at the builds that have been going on right now, and Brindle Donk, you know, he seems to be kind of pulling out something you know, pretty fantastic again. But you know, there's still room for you guys to get in there and stop him from getting Top Gun again this group build. So the next thing is, as well, is the workshop. Well, you're probably actually seeing now we've got a green screen going on. I'm still working on it. I've been doing skimming, painting and all sorts, and I'm sort of getting there. It's yeah, I mean, we've got half the room sort of done. I'm going to be putting flooring in and everything. So hopefully next month I'd have this half of the room done, so that, you know, we can move down here and have the workbench down here and start working down here, which you know, is going to look rather cool. And then I can go off and do that end of the workshop and get that end finished, and then we do all the other fancy stuff and whatnot. So you know, it is coming along nicely. I can't wait for that to be done, because it is going to bring a lot more features and make things more professional with lighting, camera angles, sound, you know, all those kind of things as well. So you know, that's something to look forward to as it comes along. Now, next thing up is going to be the Evolution CR+. Now I've always loved Harder & Steenbeck's brushes. The first ever airbrush I had was an Aztec, and I hated it, to be honest with you. But ever since I've had an Evolution from Harder & Steenbeck, you know, I have just kind of fell in love with them. It is my airbrush of choice. I have tried out other ones, as you could probably, if you go on the Genesis Models website, you'll see there's a product review of a Watties airbrush, of the Vida airbrush as well, even the Infinity by Harder & Steenbeck. But you know, I just really like the Evolution. I know everyone has their own style of spraying and everything, so you know, an Awati might work for you, or a Badger or something might work for you, or whatever. But I do really recommend them. So what I basically did when I was talking and emailing to Harder & Steenbeck themselves, and you know, basically, you know, the customer service I had off them was really fantastic. And what they did is they put me in contact with the UK's main distributor of Harder & Steenbeck airbrushes, and you know, they basically give me some really damn good customer service. That is everythingairbrush.com. And what basically has happened is they basically sent me the new Evolution airbrush, which is the one which is the CR Plus, right? Because it has this triple coated copper nickel thing on there, and it makes it really durable and be able to take things like solvents and everything. So you know, it really does kind of improve on the lovely Evolution airbrush that you can buy out there. You know, you also get like the two-pronged needle caps on there and everything, so you know, as well as you get the actual caps as well that go on the cups. So it's you know, it's a nice improvement to what is already, you know, a really good airbrush. I mean, they do also do the AL Plus, which is like the aluminium, the lightweight one, which I'll probably get at some point in the future and do a product review on that. But I just wanted to give Everything Airbrush a shout out, as well as Harder and Steenbeck for their customer service and providing the Evolution CR Plus for you to now see as a product review. Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name's Bobby Waldron, and in this video we're going to be doing a product review of Harder and Steenbeck's Evolution airbrush. Now this particular one is the 2-in-1 version, and that basically means you get a 0.2 and a 0.4 needle plus the two different cups in here. Now it's a gravity feed, it's a dual action airbrush as well. Dual action basically meaning that you know, you press down for air and you pull back for paint. You know, it's because it's a gravity feed as well, that basically means you've got a cup on the top, and you know, you pour your paint in the cup and gravity feeds it through, compared to like a side feed or a siphon feed. So you know, gravity feed is pretty much, you know, the airbrush you want. Now what I like about this airbrush, and we're going to show you, is that it's the CR Plus version. Now the CR Plus version really is the version you want to get if you get an airbrush. You know, if you can fork out that little bit of extra cash, the CR Plus is going to be very beneficial for you, because basically what it means is the airbrush has been like triple nickel coated or triple copper coated or something like that, which makes the actual finish on the airbrush really durable. It can take easily acrylic paints and thinners, but it can take things like cellulose thinners and not get worn away or anything like that. So you know, it really does help with the durability if you get the CR Plus. So that's a big advantage with getting this. Now I got this from everythingairbrush.com, which I'd just like to give them a shout out, because they are the UK's main distributor for Harder and Steenbeck's airbrushes, right? So you know, if anyone's gonna have, shall we say, the best customer service out there, it's going to be Everything Airbrush, because as I say, you know, Harder and Steenbeck has them as their main distributor in the UK. If you're not in the UK, you know, go email Harder and Steenbeck. They will let you know who is the main distributor in your country, because it really does help go with them. Because I mean, I have had problems in the past, and I've emailed Harder and Steenbeck, and you know, they've put me forward to Everything Airbrush, and their customer service is like top notch. They will help you out with anything to do with the airbrush. So you know, it really is good to know that there is good customer service behind this airbrush. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get this on the bench, we're going to take a look inside, see how it works, you know, see the difference between the CR Plus and their standard version. So you know, let's get on the desk and let's check this out. So here is the Evolution 2-in-1 CR Plus by Harder and Steenbeck. So let's get this out and actually have a good look at it. Now the box looks very nice if you ask me, but you get this really nice case for your airbrush to go into to you know, keep it all nice and protected. There are some instructions in here as well in lots of different languages, which basically just kind of gives you a rundown of the parts and a few little tips and troubleshooting and that kind of stuff. So let's just open this up. As you can see, it's the 2-in-1. And the difference between, say, a normal one and a 2-in-1 is basically you get a spare needle and the 2 cups, right? So you've got the 2mm and you've got the 5mm cup. You've got a 0.2mm needle and a 0.4mm needle, which at the moment the 0.4 is actually in the airbrush. So to kind of show you a bit more of, you know, what is the difference between the CR Plus, because that is, you know, the thing we're paying a little bit extra for, because this is the Evolution 2-in-1. It's about £130, right? And this is, as you say, the CR Plus version. So the difference is hopefully you can already see is the colour looks different. You know, this is like a chromy kind of thing, but it's kind of got almost like a bit of a, I don't know, like a bit of a copper tinge to it, whereas this is full on chrome. And basically what's happened is these have been dipped in some sort of a triple copper or nickel coating, which makes it very, very durable, to the point where you can actually come along and use cellulose thinners, which is, you know, as you probably know, is a very strong solvent, and you know, this stuff will, you know, kind of eat at almost anything, but you know, it will take that. Whereas, you know, our Evolution, the standard one here, you know, it does have a bit of trouble sort of you know, handling stuff like cellulose thinners. Now really the normal Evolution is a really good make, and it has got a good protective coat on there, but what you got to remember is I've had this for 2 years, and you know, I'm not a part-time modeler. You know, I do this day in, day out. You know, this airbrush has had heavy usage, you know, so what is probably 2 years to me is potentially 10 years to you lot. So you know, you can get, you know, it's sort of wearing away a bit, saying the colour cup and stuff, and you know, it's only cosmetic. You know, I mean, the whole working parts and everything, you know, just as good as the day it was brought, to be honest with you. But with the CR Plus, you know, you've got that extra protection from, you know, stuff like solvents, but that's not it actually, because actually with the normal Evolution, I'll just show you, I have upgraded it to have this sort of easy access needle cap right, and what this is, it's the 2-prong cap, but what you actually get with the normal Evolution 2-in-1 is these old caps. You know, they're good, they do the job. It's just, you know, when your needle maybe dries up a little bit, you can easily get in there with these 2-prong caps and sort of clean your needle without taking the cap on and off and all those kind of things, right? But this alone, I mean, I'm looking at a website at the moment, and they're about £45 to go off and get this 2-prong cap set, because you have to also get what's that bit called again now, the airhead, as well as like a new needle and all those kind of things. So it's you know, actually, I mean, this is quite a bit of an expensive little upgrade. And now this is where the CR Plus, you actually get 2 of these 2-prong caps, right? As you can see there, you get 2 of them. So, you know, you basically, you know, saving sort of, you know, quite a bit of money with having them as well. Not only that, you don't get the lids either with the normal Evolution, whereas you do with this CR Plus. So you can get in 2 extra, you get in the 2-prong caps, as well as 2 lids as well. So although this costs about £175, so you're paying about £45 more than the normal Evolution, you are actually, you know, getting, you know, 2 times 40 odd pounds worth of you know, two prong caps going on there, as well as you get the lids and everything. And the CR Plus is a really big advantage, if you ask me, because it really does, one, looks a lot nicer, and you know it's going to last and take it. So that is the difference between the normal and our CR Plus Evolution here. There is the rubber thing going on as well, but you know, no big deal. So let's take this apart now and show you the inner workings, right? Well, first off, you know, we've already talked about our 2-prong needle cap just there, and then we've got our needle head. Alright, so let's try and get you in nice and close for this. Now what I like about the Evolution is the nozzle. The nozzle is nice and big, right? I know with like a lot of other airbrush manufacturers, their nozzle is like mega tiny, and you also need like a little wrench to sort of, you actually sort of screw it onto the body, and you know, if you screw it a bit too tight, you end up cross-threading it, which, you know, adds that potential easy sort of being able to damage it basically. But with this, the nozzle's bigger, I find it easier to clean, and you know, it floats in there, it doesn't screw onto anything, it just, it should, it just pops in there, and you know, it's actually the air pressure that holds it into place as well. And all of this is like got that CR Plus coating on there as well. Let's just take off the back here. Okay, hold on, my hands are a bit slippy. Hold on a second, just get a bit of grip on that with my t-shirt. And so we take off the back. Now I always say to, when we unscrew this, I always say to actually push the needle out through the front, okay? Saves you knocking the end of the needle. And then looking at the needle, okay, you know, if you feel the needle and it feels absolutely smooth, it's a good needle. If it feels rough, it's sort of bad quality manufactured needles, which you're just not going to get with something like a with Harder and Steenbeck. Taking off the back here, nice and simple. Now all this is basically just the same as the Evolution. It really is just, you get this nice triple coated CR Plus stuff going on there. Got a nice spring in there. Hope you enjoyed that little product review there. Sorry to cut it short, but you know, it's always trying to squeeze these into the show. So the full release will be released on the usual Friday news update sometime in March, so hopefully you'll look forward to that. Next up as well is Hangouts on Google Plus. Some of you may have noticed, some of you may have not. I did a Genessis-Models live hangout the beginning of February, and that was a really good success there. We had Chris come in from Chris and Alex's hangout, and you know, I had loads of people asking questions and stuff, and I think we was on there for like about 3 hours just building and talking, modelling stuff. And you know what it's like when you get talking to another modeler, you just go on and on and on and on about modelling, you know. And we'll probably do something like that again in March. I don't know the exact date, but to keep up to date with, you know, what hangouts do go on, you know, in the video section there is, right at the top is the Google Plus live hangouts. It looks like a YouTube sort of video embedded in there, and you know, you just keep an eye on that and you'll find out sort of what's coming along, or you can actually go to your Google Plus and sort of maybe like the Genessis-Models Google Plus, and then you'll be kept up to date even more on you know, what live hangouts will be going on throughout March and months after that. So hopefully you'll carry on watching that. For those of you who don't know about it, we'll kind of get looking in on that. But just remember, Alex and Chris Modeling, they do live hangouts all the time, pretty much every weekend sort of. So, you know, go to them, and you know, you can get your live hangouts going on with them if you know, you want to have more than just maybe 1 or 2 a month from Genessis-Models. So there's the live hangouts. I hope you're going to enjoy that. Next up is, you know, what video builds are going to be coming up for March. Now the F-15 is nicely coming along. We're you know, we're doing nice filters and washes inside the cockpit, bringing the cockpit together. You know, so that's really, you know, I'm quite enjoying that one. The HMS Victory, that one, you know, we've finally got all those ribs done, and we're actually sort of moving on with the Victory, starting to put the decks in, which is bringing that more and more together. We've glued all those ribs in, so you know, that is starting to sort of make shape there. The launch, you know, that's still going on. That is like a total mini build in itself. I didn't expect it to you know, take up so much filming time, but you know, hopefully you're enjoying the launch coming along. The MiG-21, you know, we've sprayed it all now. We've got all that 4-stage camo going on and sealing it in, showing you how to sort out mistakes and everything, and we're going to be like moving along with deckling on that one. The M4 Sherman, you know, we've been doing all that nice modulation spraying. We're also going to be moving along with, again, probably decals with that, but we're not going to touch on decals that much with the M4. But we're then going to be starting to move into what I think is the best part of doing armoured vehicles, and that is the weathering, you know, chipping, filters. We're just going to throw everything into that one, so you're going to learn a hell of a lot of stuff about weathering up armoured vehicles with the M4 Sherman. So next up, we're going to be announcing February 2015's competition winner. So now it's time for February 2015's competition winner announcement, which was for Dragon's Ju-88C6, 1 in 48 scale. Really nice kit. I have built one of these, and they are rather nice to build, as well as I just love how German aircraft have all those lovely different camo patterns. So after doing the usual random number generation program and counting down the thread, I came to Albert 83. So congratulations to you, Albert 83. I'll be giving you an email, getting your address, and then sending this kit out to you free of charge. So congratulations for winning that. But if you didn't manage to win, what we've also got another competition for you, and that is for March 2015 competition is going to be for another bomber. And the whole reason why I'm giving away bombers here is plain and simply, we've got that group build going on, and you know, I want to give away, you know, these bombers so that you guys can have a bomber to go off and join the World War II bomber group build. And the model I'm going to be giving away is a BF 110 G2R3 148 scale by Revell. Again, a really nice kit, 148 scale. I do believe inside here there is some resin exhaust and a bit of photo etch that I just had lying around, which I'm just throwing in there as well. So to be in it to win it, go to Genessis-Models website, competition section, and under March 2015 competition, all you've got to do is make a post in that thread and you're entered. You can post anything like count me in or something to that effect, and that's it, you are entered. And then I'll announce the winner, just like I did in this show. I'll be announcing it in April 2015's Genessis-Models show. So sadly, we're coming to the end of the show. Just a quick recap. Just remember, you know, we got live hangouts happening. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to happen, to be honest with you, but you know, that is going to be happening, and all you got to do is you can go to the Google Plus, you can go to the video section, and you can find out when one's going to be popping up, or watch the footage from the last one. We've got all our 4 video builds coming up as well. What else we got going on? And remember the Genessis-Models World War II bomber group build. Get involved with that. It's a lot of fun, a lot of people taking part. If you don't take part, you know what, get onto the forum and you can look at what everybody's doing, because you really, you know, there is just so much valuable information going on in those group builds. So I hope you're going to enjoy March this month, but until next time, I'm just going to leave you with a nice couple of photos of what you guys have been up to on the forum. So until next time, my name's Bobby Waldron, this is Genessis-Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.